Hi guys, this is Johan at Holy Smoke Barbecue, and today we're gonna do our world famous spicy bacon. So what we're gonna need is a pork belly with lots of fat in it, and we're gonna use this piece around 8 to 10 pounds. We start with dry brining the pork belly, and then we have this solution of salt, sugar, white pepper and pink salt. And we can be really generous with this because we're just gonna brine it or cure it for around 12 to 14 hours, and we're just gonna penetrate the outside of the pork belly. So be generous here. When we're done, we rinse it in cold water and we get rid of the excess. And we're gonna flip it and continue giving a big amount of rub on the top. See to it that you get it on the sides. Be generous. Use more than you think you're gonna use because you rinse it after 12, 14 hours. Then we take this to the fridge. All right. The belly is brined and I rinsed it in cold water, and I'm trying to get rid of the most of the solution of sugar, salt, white pepper and pink salt. And then I also dry it with towels so I get it really dry. And you see the coloration is changing because of the brining, and it also stiffens up a bit after the brining and you get some salt and sugar penetration into it. Now I want to bring some heat to it using our sriracha rub, and then we just put it in the smoker for 4 to 6 hours up to 185. Try to get as much as possible all the way around. I use my hand so I don't waste too much on the sides. Press it in a bit, so we don't use any binders or anything here. You just use the rub. Then I flip it. I want to have the fat on top when I smoke it, so I get some fat down in the meat when we cook it. And don't forget the edges. You got flavor into that. Even if you trim it afterward for nice pieces or slabs, these are really good to use later on, having in a pasta or something, so don't forget the edges. Right, I'm pressing it down a bit so it sticks a bit more, and then we go to the smoker. All right. While the belly is smoking away and becoming the spicy bacon, we're gonna do the sriracha syrup, and it's really easy to make. So we're using sriracha sauce, of course, some apple cider vinegar, some maple syrup from Canada, of course, and then some of the rub as we used for the rubbing of the belly, and then some extra salt, and we just whisk this together. 2 parts of maple syrup, and then 1 part of sriracha. And you can, of course, add more if you want more heat to it. And then you season it with some rub, some of the vinegar for acidity. Of course, we're in Sweden, we want salt, so we add some extra salt to that. And then you just whisk it together, and it's easy as that. Then I normally put it in a squeeze bottle, so I can use it really easy when I put it on the belly. All right, the belly has become spicy bacon. You see the coloration of the rub, nice color all over, and it's almost that tender that it's gonna fall apart, but just before. So when we cut thick slices of it, and then we put it on the griddle for a really nice caramelization, it's just gonna fall apart when we eat it. So we're gonna put this in the fridge for around 3-4 hours at least, but I will do it overnight, and don't cover it with anything, just like this. Okay, so the important thing here is not to do too thick slices because it's not gonna warm enough before you get good coloration, but not too thin because then you're also going to dry them out. All right, here we have a slab of spicy bacon. Look at my thumb, look at the slice, about 1 inch wide. Now you put really high heat on the grill on both sides, and then you serve it with the syrup and the apple and maple rub. Let's go grill it. Right, don't be afraid to sear it and like char it a bit in the edges so you get really nice caramelization to the bacon. And now we're just gonna finish it off with the sriracha syrup. And don't be afraid to use a lot of this because you're gonna love this syrup, and you're gonna dip the bacon into it. And then some of the rub. Holy smoke, spicy bacon. Perfection on a tray. Time to dig in. Dip the bacon really good in the syrup, and then go for it. This you should try.